Mature audiences only. It may contain adult themes.
Yeah. Oh, Harry's going to try and scare us. Coming up on Sweet and Sour tonight, a very eerie show, this one. We have our ghost whisperer on the program, but the letters that we're addressing tonight are... First one comes to us from a chap who doesn't like the Commonwealth Games anymore. I don't know what that's about. It's better than a war, isn't it? Second letter comes to us from a lady who's had a one-night stand, and she's wondering where she went wrong. A one-night stand? Anyway, what do you do? And the third letter comes to us from a lovely grandmother who doesn't like her grandson's girlfriend. Lucky I almost said boyfriend then. So, coming up on Sweet and Sour right now. Don't go away. See you soon.
Got a problem, big or small, would a miracle be nice? Our motley crew is back, churning out advice. You might even laugh a bit in the following half hour. Park your backside on the couch, cause baby it's time for Sweet and Sour. Right here on Sweet and
We're here.
Sour.
Hello everyone, welcome to Sweet and Sour. Some of you are clapping. Matthew's clapping up. Oh. What do you do with an audience that needs prompting? Welcome to Sweet and Sour. Gary Mitchell with you for the next half an hour. And some very, very interesting guests tonight. But first, no, he's always great on the show. From Mortgage Free Australia, he's the entrepreneur to the stars. Hello, Harry Boson.
Hello, Gary. Always a pleasure to be here.
Always a pleasure to have you as well, mate. OK, what's cooking? What's happening?
The property market, as we know, has just gone absolutely crazy. So mortgages are going absolutely crazy. It's a fantastic time to be alive.
Are we going to slump?
No. Things are just going to go up even more.
What's keeping it so buoyed?
I just think that there's so many people coming into WA. It's such a booming state.
Where are they all coming from?
They're coming. A lot of people are coming from England.
Oh.
A lot of people are coming from England. A lot of people are going to come over after the Commonwealth Games. There's a lot of people in Australia.
You reckon?
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, of course. They'll see the place, they'll think it's lovely, but why won't they go to Melbourne rather than Perth?
Oh, look, I was up in Kalbarri last week. It was beautiful. There was water everywhere. What more could you ask for? It was fantastic. There was fish coming into the front door.
Hello, Rachel Lindsay.
Hello.
You're a budding entrepreneur.
Yeah, I'm an apprentice.
Are you going to take Harry out for coffee so we can give you some
Yeah,
pointers?
Harry's going to give me some pointers.
All right, okay, tell me, what areas of business would you like to concentrate in?
We're looking at some recruitment. But that's all I'm going to tell you.
Oh, you
It's a
really
secret.
are? Oh, okay.
Yep.
No flies on all of your fingers, is there? Amazing. We had your sister on last week.
Yeah, you did, yep.
She's very good. And
Yep.
actually, when we get to the last segment on our program, your sister stars in one of our little homemade commercials.
I thought you were going to say homemade movie.
Well,
You got a copy of that?
I don't know, Alethea.
Doesn't sound like her.
Telling stories out of school. Hello, Teresa Spinello.
Hello, how you going?
I'm all right, mate. What's happening on postcards?
Not much at the moment.
Why not?
We're still on break.
Why are you still on? When are you coming back?
24th of May, we come back with 3 one-hour episodes and they'll be in prime time, so tune in Wednesday 7:30. But we actually don't come back to our regular time slot until July.
Wow.
So it'll be 5:30 Saturdays in July and we're all getting a bit itchy. We all want to get back out there.
Itchy?
Yeah, itchy
A little
feet.
bit spooked and a little bit itchy.
Little bit
Have you ever
itchy.
done Fremantle Prison?
No, but Paul did for one of our ghost stories and apparently all sorts of things went wrong and they actually chickened out and didn't want to continue the story. They went back the next day, so...
But, you know, that is a great lead-in to our next guest, our ghost whisperer, Anthony Grzelka. Welcome to the program for the first time.
It's great to be among the living for a change. Although some would debate that.
Now, have you ever done Fremantle Prison?
I've been there, yes, I've been there, and actually we've got some stuff planned there very shortly, but it is a pretty spooky sort of a place, actually.
All right, I want you to tell me and the viewers out there, how does it work?
How does it work?
How does ghost whispering work? What is ghost whispering?
You just need to listen, and you need to focus and bring your mind into listening to things that you don't normally listen to, and that's what it's really all about. There's nothing really spooky about or weird about it, actually.
All right, tell me, what's the most bizarre thing you've ever heard from the other side?
Well, the most bizarre thing was in front of about 200 people. I was doing a seminar and I was contacting this lady's mother and she came through and she was saying, giggling to me, saying, ask her about Ralph. Ralph. And I thought, God, this is going to be funny. And I said to her, you know, your mum's talking about Ralph. And her and her girlfriend started giggling away and I thought, this is going to be unbelievable. And she finally said in front of 200 people, actually, Ralph's my vibrator. And it was like, oh, God, 200 people just erupted in the audience, and it was like, it took us about half an hour to gain any sort of control again.
And that's something you can't really make up.
No,
Ralph the Vibrator. That's great. Maybe you can recommend it to Peter Leichhardt from New South Wales, who writes to us. This is our first letter. You ready to do some business? Dear panel, ho-hum, the poor cousins of the Olympic Games are on. Is anyone really interested in the Commonwealth Games? I'm a 43-year-old guy from a non-Commonwealth background, and the whole concept of the Games means nothing to me. Isn't the Commonwealth a bit of a dinosaur? Isn't the Queen just trying to maintain her position by pushing around this dead body of the British Empire? My 10-year-old son doesn't seem to know anything about it. Is it still taught in schools? Why do we have these meaningless games? Peter Leichhardt, New South Wales. Yeah, who's first on that one? You can be Anthony. Commonwealth Games, does it mean anything to you?
Peter. What I'm going to say to you is, think about the kids. Think about the kids. There's obesity is just running rife in our community right now.
Yeah.
And I will guarantee you that your 10-year-old son sits in front of the computer playing computer games all day and doesn't get out and play any sport at all. Now, if your son was to play sport, your kids were out there playing sport, I'll bet you would back the Commonwealth Games. Yeah. And I think there's nothing wrong with it. I think, you know, perhaps the idea of a Commonwealth Games is a little backward. Maybe it should be the World Games or it should be whatever. But yeah, look, I'm really happy about that. And the other thing, of course, you've got to consider is what are all the, if you can the games, what do all the lonely pole vaulters do? Where do they take their pole vaulting poles?
All these people on the shelf.
Exactly.
Have you watched any of the games?
Actually, I haven't seen it at all. Only because I've been busy, but...
All right, Teresa, have you watched any of the games?
A little bit.
A little bit?
I don't have a strong opinion on this, but obviously people are still interested because Channel 9, all of our radio stations, our newspapers, they're really not that silly to be giving it that much coverage if they weren't pulling the viewers. So obviously people are switching on and tuning in. In terms of... I wasn't quite sure whether the question was about whether we should be a republic or whether we should still have the Commonwealth Games.
No, we're steering clear of that one. No, because we know the answer is a definite yes. But you know what? We'd still be a member of the Commonwealth. So I don't know what this bloke's getting.
Look, even if we weren't a member of the Commonwealth, if we went that way, which, you know, obviously we've had a referendum in 1999 and we chose not to, the Commonwealth Games would still continue. We just wouldn't be participating.
Yes,
so
we
why?
would. We'd still be a member of the Commonwealth. Of course we'd participate. Our national status got nothing to do with this. There are many independent nations who are
We'd still choose to participate.
Of course we would. Why not? We love a game.
What are we going to do with all the blow-up kangaroos and stuff that we have for these games every time we have them, you know?
Exactly. What would we do with them? Come on, Rach, tell us what you think.
Look, I've got to admit, I'm not riveted to the TV. I prefer the 12 days of The Simpsons to the 12 days of the Games. But that said, I couldn't care less for the Olympics either. But according to the internet, and we all know the internet never ever lies, about 1 billion people have been tuning in.
1 billion?
Yep.
To the Commonwealth Games?
1 billion worldwide.
Wow.
4 Australians and 1 billion people right around the world.
And we're doing so well, you know, we're winning, so should be loving it.
Yeah. We should be tuning on too.
Absolutely.
Harry, Commonwealth Games.
I'll wrap up. Look, I think the games have been great. I've been watching them. I was watching the snatch and grab last night. There was
television.
It was a television. This young girl lifted over 100 kilos. She was about 72 kilos. She put 100 kilos over her head. Fantastic. I respect athletes. If you work so hard over 4 years to work for something like that, good on the athletes. And by the way, also one of my good friends that lives in Bustleton, his kids are over there at the moment. It was part of the Bustleton school. They're having a ball. They think it's great. Like you said, Anthony, for the kids and for the athletes. Go to the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah, I'm with you, Harry. Spontaneous applause erupts in the house. When we come back, ever had a one-night stand, Harry?
No,
don't think about
I've
it.
Never had a one-night stand.
All right. Ever made a mistake with a prospective partner? Come on, Harry, we've all done that,
well,
so just say yes.
No, and it's like when you got married the first time. I thought it was a good idea at the time.
When we come back, we're going to talk all about that. Don't go away. And have a look at this too.
Light. Have a great break.
Got a problem, big or small, would a miracle be nice? Our monthly crew...
It's 2006. Pam's Furniture and Bedding is celebrating by giving you the presents. 4-piece bedroom suites don't pay top dollar from $7.99.